Good morning, everyone. Today, in operations research, I will be talking about network analysis in the network analysis chapter. Today's topic is maximum flow problem. So, already we have talked about minimum spanning tree, then shortest path problem. Two problems we have seen. After that is maximum flow problem. So, what is the meaning of maximum flow problem? So this is a network problem. So let's suppose the same example we take that park example where there was an entrance. You can see here there is an entrance at O and exit at T. So and these are the stations inside the park A, B, C, D, E, and these are the connecting roads. Okay, connecting links or roads we can say in between two stations. So the point is that maximum flow problem, in maximum flow problem, what is here actually it signifies is that how many, maximum flow means actually here the flow is happening of what the trams are running between two stations, from one station to another one. Trams are running. So here it is written 2 means that in a day on this road only two trams can go from O to A, maximum 2 on this road. Similarly, on from A to D, 7 trams can go in a day. From A to B, only 2 can go. From O to B, only 5 can go. Now, what is there? Similarly, all other roads, these values are showing the maximum number of trams, or you can say trips of trams, which is allowed on that road per day. Why it is given like that? So that the ecology of the park, because many animals are there, and if that is not restricted, then there will be so much rush, and that is going to spoil the whole beauty or ecology of the park. So that's why it is on different roads, different number of trips are fixed or limited. Now it is a park management problem, or you can say they want to maximize that how many trips is it possible from O to T, maximum number of trips from O to T. So that is maximum flow problem, means you have to take any path like O, A, B, D, T. You can go from O, A, D, T directly, or you can go from O, C, B, A, D, T. This is also possible. So there are different paths available from O to T. You have to take different paths and find out that how many trips is possible from O to T. So can you just by seeing this picture, can you tell me that what is the maximum possible flow or maximum possible trips which is possible, means it cannot exceed that more than that. So that is here you see from O, from starting there are three roads which is initiating. One is O to A, O to B, and O to C. So how many trips are possible? From O, 2 plus 5 7 plus 4 11, means maximum 11 trips are possible from O to T, no more than that. But is it, because that is the maximum permissible, but that may not be possible, because maybe after 10 only, then what happens that all the paths are occupied, you cannot go beyond that, beyond 10. So but here it is possible that okay, maximum it can go to 11. It can never be 12 trips. Clear? So this is one example. So let's see the steps in this problem, how to solve this problem. So here the explanation is given. O is the entrance. Other letters designate the location of tram stations in the park. The number on each arc, this is the arc or link we can say, gives the tram trips on that link permitted per day to avoid unduly disturbing the ecology and wildlife of the region. Okay. Then T is the obviously exit point. The question is to determine how to route the various tram trips from the park entrance to the exit to maximize the number of trips per day. So that is the question, that how many maximum number of trips are possible from O to T. Okay, by adopting different paths. So let's see the steps. So what is there actually, this whenever the question will be given, then it will not be undirected path. See, all the paths will be directed path. Here it is shown undirected, but generally it will be directed path. Okay, so we have to take the example of directed path, never take the example of undirected path. So just take this example. I am arbitrarily giving the path. The path may not be like this, there may be changes also, it may happen, whatever it is, but it will be always directed path. So what are the different steps which we will see here? First step is change every link in the given network from a directed to an undirected. Clear? So change every link in the given network from a directed to an undirected one. Okay, so first of all it is changed into undirected, but what is the change which is done? Obtain the initial residual network for the problem. Now this is a new term, that is residual network. So we have to find out the residual network. This is a network, obviously this is a network. From here you have to find a residual network. All link capacity is what? Is the number of trips allowed. So all link capacities in the original direction. Original direction is which direction? Here you see O to A is the original direction and opposite direction is A to O. So here it is written, all link capacities in the original direction remain unchanged, whereas link capacity in the opposite direction are all 0. So residual network जब आपको बनाना है, when it is to be made, it is to be prepared, then there you have to do this thing, that is all the original direction, the link capacity in the original direction will be remaining unchanged, but in the opposite direction we have to write 0. So how it is done we will see. Second step is, out of many possible paths, see from here there are many paths possible. OA dt is one path, OB dt is another path, OCBE dt is another path. Are you getting or not? So these are the paths which are possible from O to T. So out of many possible paths, identify an augmenting path from the source to the sink, or you can say source to the destination. It's a sink actually. Okay, source to the sink. So what is augmenting path? Now we'll see. Such that every link on this path, that augmenting path, has a strictly positive residual capacity. So residual capacity, residual network, ये सब है क्या? पहले हम लोग वो डिस्कस कर ले, फिर हम लोग स्टेप्स पे आएंगे. Okay, so we will come back to the steps. Let's talk about residual network and augmenting path. So residual network, after some flow has been assigned to the links, the residual network shows the remaining link capacity for assigning additional flow. So to understand this, let's take an example. Let's suppose this one is one station and this is another station, okay, named as A to, okay, just O to B, take it. Let's go to back and see one. O to B, where it is. O to B is 5. So take this example only. O to B, it's 5. So draw the link between O to B. Okay, and this is having 5. Okay, so that means O to B, how many trams can go from O to B? That is permissible is 5. Means on this road 5 only can go. Now what is residual network? So it is told that if some flows has been assigned to the link, possibility is 5, but what happens that from this side only maximum 3 can come. From some other path, let's suppose this is one path, from here only 3 are coming. So how many will be utilized? Only 3 will be utilized. So here you have to write 3. Clear? Now, so it after some flow has been assigned, how many assigned? 3 to the link. The residual network shows the remaining link capacity. What is the remaining link capacity? So 5 was the you can say permissible. Out of that 3 is utilized or assigned. So 2 are the remaining link capacity for assigning. Oh, 3 is assigned, no? Oh, sorry. So 3 is assigned. So just write here 3. How many are remaining? 2 is remaining. So it will show the remaining link capacity for assigning additional flow. Means from other road, how many more can come? 2 can come. Then total it will be used. That means additional flow assignment is possible. That is 2. Clear, na? So that is what is known as residual network. So all the network, all the links will be changed into this form. What is that form? So just remove this. So it was written 5. If you have assigned 3, then what you have to do? 3 you have to write at the right side. Okay, and remaining possible capacity is written on the left side. Clear? So this is how it is known as residual network. Now what is the meaning of writing 3 here and 2 here? So here it is told that already 3 has been sent, means 3 are running from this to this. Okay, means more 2 can be possible here. And writing 3 means what here? Writing 3 means that from B to O 3 is possible. Are you getting? From B to A, O returning how many can be possible? That is 3. So from O to B more 2 is possible. From B to O more 3 is possible. In the beginning, what was the situation? So in the beginning, what was the situation? See here. So this was O and this is B. In the beginning it was 5, means here it was 5 and it was 0. That means right now there is no assigned flow. From O to B 5 can go, and from B to O how many can go? 0 can go. But as soon as 3 is assigned, matlab means what, that from O to B, 3 is already going. Are you getting? 2 more can go, but from B to O, how many can go? Because 3 is going this side, so maximum possible flow from B to O is 3. See how many, whatever number of trips are possible is going from O to B, that only will return back, isn't it? It's not that if 3 is going, so 4 will be returning. It is not possible. So if 3 is going from O to B, then 3 will be possible number of trips from B to O. Clear? So this is changing from here. So this is changing from this to this. So this is residual. You can say we have written the residual capacities on each of the you can say each of the vertex. So this is what is residual network. We will understand more in more detail in the example. Next we will go for augmenting path. What is the meaning of augmenting path? So let's move to augmenting path. Okay. So what is augmenting path? So augmenting path actually is one path from, this is the entry point, this is entry point, and this is exit point. So entry is coming from this side and exit going this side. So what is augmenting path? So a path from entry to exit, not from entry to somewhere intermediate. No, from entry to exit. So a path. So how many paths are possible? You see, one path is A, B, D, F. That is one path. A, B, B to E, E to F. See, arrows are given. You cannot go like A to C, C to E, and E to D, and then F. It is not possible from E to D because the arrow is given this side. Clear? So augmenting path you have to take. So many paths are there from A to F. These are all known as directed path. So augmenting path is a directed path from the source to the sink, obviously, in the residual network. So residual network, we will find out the previous in previous slide we have told how to find out the residual network. So it's a path, a directed path from source to sink in the residual network, such that every arc or every link on this path has a strictly positive residual capacity. So residual capacity, so as we have told in the previous example, what is the residual capacity? So see here, right now from B to D, how many residual capacities? So this is 7 and 0. So whatever is written on this side, left side, that is the residual capacity. So here B to D has positive residual. This is 7 is positive, strictly positive. Strictly positive means it should not be 0. So if there is such thing on every link, let's suppose take A, B, D, F. This is a path from entry to exit. Is it a augmented path? So see here, this is written 9, 0. This is 6 and 0. You see that what is the residual capacity from this link? It's 9. So this is a strictly positive. From B to D, it's a 7. It's also a strictly positive. From D to F, 6. This is also a strictly positive. That means all the, see it is written, every arc on this path has a strictly positive residual capacity. Then this path will be known as augmenting path. Now, what is the capacity of this path? How much flow is possible from this path? So that is decided as by the minimum of these residual capacities. So 9, 7 and 6, which is the minimum? 6 means from through this path, from through A, B, D and F, how many how many trips are possible? So that is 6. So 6 maximum you can go. That is the capacity. Clear? Because it represents the amount of flow that can feasibly be added to the entire path. Are you getting? So only 6 is 6 entry we can go, and in following the path we can exit 6. I'm taking only one. There are many other paths possible, and you can accordingly you can take the values. Clear? So let's move to the example. Actually, steps I will not go back. I'll explain that steps in through an example only. That will be much better. So let's move. Okay. So this is an example. We will solve the same example. This one, the previous one. Here you see all are directed links. Clear? So there is no question that it will be undirected. So what is the first step? It was told. The first step was that convert all the links, into undirected, and by putting the residual capacities. So just we see. So let's draw that. 1 A, B, C, D, E, F. Connect to this. I am making undirected one. So there is no need of arrows. Okay. Here is A, B, C, D, E and F. Now it is written 9. Okay. So in the beginning, initial residual network we have to create. This is a network, and we are going to create initial residual network. Clear? So initial means whatever is the capacity of the link, that will be written on the left side and right side will be 0. This is the meaning of initial. So just write it like that. Okay. So 7, 0, 4, 0. Here is 2 and 0. Here is 3 and 0. See, here the path has, the direction is changed. So you take care of the direction. Never do mistakes like this. That okay, 3 here you write and 0 here you write. So this is the initial residual network. That is the step number 1. Now you have to choose any arbitrary. This is the entry, no? This is the entry, and this one is the exit. So at entry 0 and exit 0 right now. This is complete initial. Now what we have to do? We have to find out augmenting path. So there are many possible augmenting paths. So we will start from the top, and then we will move further, okay, down. So let's move. Okay. So just now this is the one. What I am going to do, I am choosing one augmenting path. this one, A, B, D and F. So how many are possible? So you have to choose the minimum one on this path. Minimum residual capacity is 976. Out of this, minimum is 6. So on this path, how many flow are possible? So just 6. So first we will draw A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay, see here, I have selected one, that is A, B, D and F. How many are possible? 6. This is A, B, C, D. You have to follow these steps. Okay, that is better. So this is first step, step number 1. This is second step. Clear? Now this is the entry and this is the exit. We have selected ABDF augmenting path, first augmenting path. So how many are possible on that? Because the whatever is the minimum capacity, that will become the capacity of this path. So 6 is possible. So we will start 6. Entry we will take 6. This side it will go 6. So how many more possible? Only 3 is possible. From this side 6. Clear? Residual network, we are creating that residual network. Here 6 is done, so only 1 will be left. Here 6, and this side 0 will be left and 6. Done. How many exit will be happening? 6 is happening. Now this is over. This is completed. So what we will do? We will just cross it. Oh. We will just cross it. Done. Okay. Now we will not choose this path because already flow is completed. Still you see from A to B, it is how many possible? 3 is possible. So can we take this path A to B, E, and from this side it is not possible because from this side it is 0. It is told always it should be a strictly positive residual. So on this path you check that there is from E to D there is no possible path. And why I will go E to D? Because from D to F it is not possible. So we cannot go for this one. So A to B 3, B to E only one path is remaining. That is, okay, let's see another way. A to B, B to D possible, D to E possible, E to F possible. So we will take this one. See why I am taking see, better is to take in a systematic way. If we are going in arbitrarily, we are taking any path, then we will be confused. So what I am going to do, this one is over. So from D to F, is there any other way to go? Yeah, there is another way. D to F is D to E and then E to F. So take this path first. So from this 3 is possible, from B to D 1 is possible, from D to E here 3 is possible, and E to F 9 is possible. Which one is minimum? 1 is minimum. So now take the path A to B, B to D, D to E, E to F. How much? 1. So take that and update this one. Okay, so for that you have to draw another diagram. Clear? So just write down all the figures, then we will draw another diagram. This is 7, this is 0, this is 4, this is 0, this is 2, and this is 0, this is 0, and this is 3, this is 9 and 0. Clear? All done. Now we will delete this one. So, and we will draw the next step. So actually all the steps, if you draw, then it will be better. If you will not be confused, and you will not do mistakes. So that's why I'm also drawing all the steps. Okay, so take that example. Sorry. A, B, C, D, E and F. Join it. A to B, A to C, B to D, B to E, C to E, D, C to E, and this one here. Done. Names are A, B, C, D, E, F. Entry exit. Now how many entries? 7 entries. A to B, 1 gone, so 2 remaining, 7. 1 gone, 0 remaining, 7. From D to E, how much? 2 gone, sorry, 1 gone, so 2 remaining, 1 here. From here 1 gone means 8 and 1, and this is 7. This is done. Rest other are unchanged. This is 7 0. And what about this one? E to C to E we have not written, isn't it? Let's see that in the example. C to E was 6. So that's the problem, if we may miss something, so we have to be very, very careful. Clear? So this is 6 and 0. Anything else? This is 2 0. Done. Okay, now which one is over? B to D is completed. So already this is over, so just cross it. This is already over. This was 0 and 6. Now this is also complete. Now A to B, this path is over. Okay, this path is over. So now from A to B, still 2 is there. So which path we can take? Now we have, this is one path which is possible from B to going to F. So A to B, B to E, and E to F. So go in a systematic manner. Then we will not be able to miss A to B, B to E, and E to F. How much we can send? 2 here it is possible, yeah. Okay, 2 also here, and this side also 2. So yeah, maximum 2 we can send. So just send it. So what I'm going to do is I'm updating this one only now. So just make this clear, and this is 0, and this is now 9. Clear? Here is 2, so this will become 0 and 2. This will become 0 and 2, and from E to F how much? So 2 is gone, so 6, and here 2 is more, so 3. 6 and 3. So 6 and 3. Now how many more is 2? So just 2 is increased here, so just write it 9 and 9. If you confuse that how much, if you don't remember, just add it. 6 from this path, 1 from this path, and 2 from this path. So total 9 is now assigned. Means 9 is entering and 9 is exit. Now this path is also over. So cross it. Now B is also over, means now this is also over. Now we cannot go from A to B and this all. So now we have to take this path A to C. So A to C 7 is possible. Can we go from C to D? Take the topmost only first. So C to D, yeah, 4 is possible. So 7, 4, from this side 2 is possible, obviously. So minimum will be 2, and from E to F 6, means minimum is 2. So from this path we can send only 2. So just write down that how A, C, D, E and F. How many? 2. So update this one only. So what I'm going to do is 2 added. How much? This is 11. And this side also 11. Okay. Next, this one is 2 gone. So remaining will be 5, and this side 2. This one also 2 gone. So 2 and 2. So this will be 2 and 2. Here 2 gone, so it will be 0. Here 2 added, so 3. Oh, sorry. So this is 0 and 3. Okay. Next, E to F, possible 2. So this will become 4 and this will be 5. So this will become 4 and this will become 5. Done. Now which path is over? D2 is over. So cross it. Clear. So now which one is remaining? 5 here is remaining. Still we can go here, but from D there is no other path to F. So this is now over. Cross this also. So only path is remaining is A to C and C to E. So 5 possible, 6. Okay, 5 is possible. Now E to F, 4 is possible. Okay, that means only one path is remaining. See, E to D we cannot go. Why we cannot go? Because there is no path here. Clear? So A to C, C to E, E to F. So that is the last one. So A to C, C to E and E to F. How much? 4 can go. Clear? So take it. Update that. 4 means here it will be 15. So just update this one and write 15 here. Similarly update this one and write 15 here. This one 4 is added, so this will be 4 is reversed to 1 and 6. So just remove this 1 and 6. Next here 2 and 4. So this one will be 2 and 4. Then this will be 0 and 9. 0 and 9. So it's complete now. So 15 is the maximum because now it's over. This path is also means to reaching to F. Now there is no path available. See, whatever D to F cancelled, E to F cancelled. So now there is no path. Although A to C 1 more can go and C to E 2 more can go, but up to E if you have reached, how you will go to F? There is no other path. So this is the maximum. So maximum flow value has come, and that is 15. 15 trams can go per day. Now how you will represent this final the distribution, that will be like this one. So just remove this. Oh, wait a minute. What I will be doing is I'll just delete something, or not possible. Anyway, just delete this one now. I need not to draw again. I am drawing the final network, final distribution, which will show that on every link how many flow is going on, happening. So that we will show here. So here you see this is 15 and this is 15. Now what was there, you have to compare it with the beginning one. So beginning one, how much was possible? So just go here. Oh, it's overlapping, isn't it? Okay, no issue. See here it was 9 was the beginning residual, and at the end how much is this on A? That is 0. So 9 minus 0, you have to subtract it, and whatever is coming that you have to write here. Okay, so B, that is 9. Okay, on this path total 7 minus 0, 7, so write here 7. On this path total 6 minus 0, 6. On this path total 2 minus 0, 2. On this path total 4, but only 2, so 4 minus 2, 2. On this path total 7, but residual is 1, so 7 minus 1, 6. On this path total 6, but 2 is remaining, so 6 minus 2, 4. Okay, now from here to here total 3, so this is 3 minus 0, 3. E to F, 9 minus 0, 9. Done. That means this is showing that A to B how many 9 is going right now, and from A to C is 6 going. So total how many? 15. Clear, no? Similarly you see here 7 2 2 4, how many? 11 and 4 13, 15. That is also clear. Okay, and okay, so next is this one. 6 plus 9 is 15. 5 is actually this 3 is distribution. 6 is coming here, so some from B to E, and oh yes, 4 2 and 3, how much is 9, so total 9 is going, so obviously correct. So this is how the total distribution is. So this is the final network, that is the answer. So at the end we have to come to this one, this step. Okay, so this step, and you have to write maximum flow is equal to 15. So this is how we are determining. So this is today for today we have completed this one, and in next as an example, that park problem, you can solve that park problem. Let me just take the screenshot. So that park problem is at the back, this one. So this park problem, can you solve this problem? So if, or I will give one example in the exercise. You can solve that, and then you can see that how it is coming. Okay, so try that, and otherwise I will discuss in the next class. Thank you very much.